for no particular reason, except for it is still September 29th, 2021. It is still a Wednesday. It is getting dangerously close to being October. And I don't know. I just got back, went to the Wednesday night meeting, and picked up Barbara, and just took her home afterwards. And I think there's somebody burning something outside, across town. There's kind of a smoky scent of something, and it's put some extra particulate into the air, and it's like, but I don't know, strange. Or might have to do something about farming nearby, like somebody's doing something. I'm not sure, but the air, it's a little sooty. So anyway, in the construction outside, they've done some framing, so they're putting up the walls, the skeleton of the house, partitions, 2x4s. Foundation is already down. And tonight, the topic was given by another person named Eric. And he talked about binge drinking and how it got him into treatment, and how his story about how, that wasn't, he is fortunate to be still alive, the way he told it, and how he had shut himself up and had to be basically rescued by family members, because he probably would have just slipped into a coma, and there wouldn't have been anything worth saving. It would have been a cleanup operation. The coroner would be, cause of death. And it would have just been messy. So, anyway, another Eric, another story. So I did, share a little bit more compassionately, just because of the name, maybe. Or maybe because I recognized, I don't know. Every story is a little bit relatable, but some are relatable more than others. Sad to say, but or maybe the name even, just that, because so maybe people listen to people that share their name a little bit more, because of that just simple little connection. Because I should know something about being, called an Eric my entire life, because I'm also an Eric. So we share each other's struggle of being Eric or something. I don't know. Or at least there is that minor little connection that maybe opens up the possibility to, listening more. Or just maybe it's unconscious even. So anyway, I shared well, to my own liking, to my own standard of excellence. So anyway, and I had fun. So there's that. And Barbara shared too, and a lot of other people shared. So it wasn't just me, but I felt good about what I said, and I felt good about what other people said too. Together, it was a good meeting, good treatment center meeting. There was only about 7 of us that were not in treatment at the meeting, whereas we had about 25 actively in treatment people. So it's a pretty, I don't know, it's just strange to be on the other side. It's strange to just be, still dealing with treatment center clients. It's like I don't get paid. I don't get reimbursed. My reimbursement is in the act of charity. and of doing good and of sharing what I know, and that is reward in itself. But and the people, that get it, they get it, and who knows what they go off to do, and live good lives, live bad lives. Who knows? But they get the chance, just like I got the chance, the opportunity to do something different. And they might go off and do good things, for all I know. Or they might go off and just continue to wallow around in their own self-pity, wondering why it is the way things are, and never really doing anything. So it's not up to me. And I don't need to really pay attention or wonder so much. It's more about, just share what I know, and people will do whatever and go off, and I'll never see them again. So I really don't take that much time to really focus on anybody, unless they really get my attention, but rarely does anybody have, because they're just temporary. They don't stick around for the most part, and especially now. Just the world is changing, and just the nature of everything, it seems like people's priorities are shifting. At least it's my perspective on it. And a lot of it's just me. I'm changing. My priorities are changing. My perspective is changing. So I'm just naturally assuming it's the world, but it's most likely it's just me. How I'm seeing things. But the nice thing, I like the way I'm seeing things. I'm not as scared. So that's something. I don't know what it is, but it is something. And I thought about my own writing. I just thought of it just now, because I am taking everything very seriously, and putting it out there as seriously as I have, to be seen and reviewed and looked at in the open, undisclosed, not hidden. It puts it out there that yes, I am taking it very seriously, and it is very real to me. So it's like, and then seeing it, reciprocated in a style, in a way, and still not, it's like, but it's, because if it was more of just a casual, like, playing around and teasing, or just, then that'd be one thing, or it's like either side could just be like, oh no, I was just playing around, But no, it's like, taking this very seriously. So it's not like something to just casually, walk away from and be like, no, so I hope, I think that's the case. I'm pretty darn sure that that is communicated. So it's like, if there is definitely nothing going on, then that is something I need to be told. Because apparently I still think there's something going on, and apparently I like it. So I'm just going to continue as it's not an assumption, it's not a presumption, but I'm going to continue and move ahead and continue investigating, and then see what things need to happen, just to get an idea. And it might take some initial steps, because everything happens, and it's like, how did it all get started? And how did it all, well, I don't know, but it has to get started. And then once it's, I don't know, a ways from now, I'll look back and be like, how did that happen? Well, how did any of it happen? happen up to now? I don't know, but it did. And you look back and it's like, oh, so that's how that happened. What led to now? Well, that's a long question. So it's like it's much more worthwhile to just continue living forward and make those little decisions that lead up to the future. And I don't have to really worry so much about all the little decisions. Just make the best little decisions in increments, incremental, and they stack up to really good things. And little mistakes will happen along the way, but I can't get fixated on those little mistakes, because I spend too long on those little mistakes, and those little mistakes can become more than what they are, more than the sum of their parts. So, because that phrase can go good or bad, more than the sum of its parts. So, anyway, it's like, it's a good thing. So I am enthusiastic about it. And I hope that communicates. I hope that travels and carries. I think so. So I don't want to just rest and relax and just be like, no, there's stuff to do, and I don't even know what it is, but I will work on it, I guess, on my end, and I probably will be communicating more and asking more questions, because if this is something to be done, then yeah, I am going to be pursuing, because I don't want to hint around at it as much. I'd rather just kind of know and have it more. It's like, well, okay, well, let's talk. It doesn't even have to be on. It can remain a little bit, but there will be questions and things, and it's like, how seriously are we taking this? It's like, what are the stumbling blocks? What are the limitations? What are the obstacles? What are we willing to do? Are we talking in we? So, I don't know. It's very curious, though. So, I am having trouble deconstructing and finding that I'm wrong. It's like, because that's what I usually try to do, is like deconstruct it and figure out where I'm making a bad series of leaps. And it's like, oh, well, obviously she's got, this other person that I don't know about, that they've been talking to this entire time, and they somehow just seem to be, like right on track with, and the timing really seems to follow along with, and it's like, well, when are they talking to them when they're talking? It's like, and aren't they, like, whoever this person is, aren't they, like, just must be maddeningly jealous or upset with all this time that is, it's like, because I have learned that I am, I'm not, I carry a jealous streak, apparently. And it's like, I didn't know that. And it's not a bad thing. It's just not, it doesn't do me any good. And it's something I need to be aware of. But, and I could try to say that, oh, it just shows that I care, and that I want attention. And that's not bad, but there's a control issue where it's like, you know, that's where it gets into dangerous territory. So, which I've never had to ever deal with, I don't think. Except for maybe I have, because I've gotten some practice in acknowledging that I don't have any control. It's none of my concern. And it's really good to have your own space, your own boundaries, your own hobbies and life that are completely separate, interests that are completely separate. So this whole introductory period or phase of whatever you want to call whatever this is, which hasn't even been determined yet, yeah, so I'm going to be asking some questions soon, and because I want to get a basic understanding of where we are at, where they're at, where I am at, in regards to each other. And if we're not anywhere, and there is nothing, then that needs to be established too. If it's just like, oh, well, we're just, gonna be friends, and, something like that. But if it's, I don't know. So that just needs to be established, I think. And if it doesn't need to be established, then I need to know that too. If that's not something that needs to be given attention, and no understanding of any sort of connection or establishment needs to be even investigated, and it's like, no, 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 this just, so, yeah, so I need clarification, and I don't think it's wrong to want more information and to ask for more information, and they are perfectly, it's perfectly reasonable for them not to offer or to respond with requested information, but when asked specifically for information that is not responded to, that is an answer. So if asked honestly for information that's reasonable, and that it is an answer. Not getting an answer is an answer, and that tells information too. So, but I have to ask the questions first. So, and also they have permission to ask me questions. Point blank, ask me questions. So it's like it's a two-way thing, because they may think that sometimes they're asking me questions. I think in some of their writing, and it might be perfectly clear to them exactly what they're intending. But I get confused, and it's like, wait, who are they talking to? They might not be talking to me. I don't think they're talking to me. They're talking to somebody else. So I just feel like I'll just assume that it has nothing to do with me. It's none of my business. But maybe now it's like I'm looking at things and like, maybe that is it. So it's like, but I still think they're not talking to me a lot of times. Maybe sometimes, but not all the time. So I don't know. And things shift around and change, and I never know when, or yeah, it's so at least when I'm the one asking questions, and I make it clear, I can be, but who is it that's asking the question? So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know why it has to be so complicated, but it is. And I know it's, it's it's me too, you know. So this is very interesting, and that goes without saying. But I am on board, basically, and yeah, I don't know how all this goes, but I'd like to find out if that is something that is, you know, worth investigating, worth looking at. Um, mhm. So anyway, I don't really have that much else to say. Um, and don't ask me about the, I just decided, be kind of, So, I like my life. So, anyway, I had a good night. It's Wednesday again. Life continues. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. And if you do lose hope, don't lose too much of it. And don't lose it for too long. Because anything is possible. And belief is a good thing. And it really doesn't matter so much what I believe in, as long as I believe in something. And keep wanting to improve or get better or understand or learn or just be myself. So, anyway. Don't mind me. Or do. So, I should go. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm going to stop talking now. So, anyway. Okay, I'm going to go.